It was the first murder in Mullica Hill in more than a decade. And after a year of waiting, police have now made an arrest in Broward County, Florida. Action News reporter Dan Quayer is live at the scene of the crime. Dan?
Jim, there is a big sigh of relief here tonight that the arrest has finally been made. And as it turns out, the man that was arrested had been suspected by the victim's family all along. It was February of last year that 77-year-old John Kingsbury had been found murdered in his home in a 2100 block of Woodland Avenue in Mullica Township. He was shot twice in the head during a burglary. 14 months later, Atlantic County authorities have charged 32-year-old Michael Castro in the case, a former business partner of Kingsbury's son and a karate instructor. Here is Castro in this YouTube video promoting his martial arts program.
Heartbreaking. You know, this is a person I trusted in my house with my children. You know, I mean, killing my father is horrible. What if he killed my children?
Kingsbury says Castro ran the martial arts program at his former gym in Hamilton, but they had a falling out when he failed to pay his share of the rent. A few days after his father was murdered, Castro mysteriously disappeared.
About a week after the wake, I guess it was, we came in the gym and his stuff was gone. He just disappeared.
And you wondered,
Yeah, then we more aggressively thought it.
For months, Kingsbury says he heard nothing from authorities about the case. They would not return his phone calls. So 3 months ago, Kingsbury says he hired a former Camden County detective to see if Castro was involved in his father's murder.
They found him in Fort Lauderdale. He flew down there, kind of marked his terrain, walked around, checked it out quietly. His next step was to interview him, and the arrest happened out of the blue. So. Great, yeah, we're ecstatic.
No comment from the prosecutor's office. Meanwhile, Kingsbury and his family are hoping to finally put this murder case behind them after all this time.
We're hoping he'll plead guilty and we can get some closure in our lives, but who knows what's going to happen.
Now, Castro is being charged with felony murder and weapons offenses, pending extradition back to Atlantic County. He is being held in lieu of $1.1 million cash bail at the Broward County Jail in Florida. We're live in Mullica Township, New Jersey. Dan Quayer, Channel 6, Action News.
Thank you, Dan.